In our society, many of us feel unsafe, anxious, and depressed. And over time, this chronic nervous system dysregulation causes your system to sensitize and produce chronic pain and chronic symptoms. And to heal, we need to regulate our nervous system. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain 8 quick strategies you can utilize to create safety and calmness in your nervous system. If you find this video helpful, please ensure you subscribe to my channel. Number 1, approach, accept, and allow all sensations to occur in the body. Now, as human beings, here's how we're built. We approach what feels pleasant, and we avoid what feels unpleasant. But when we're dysregulated, fight, flight, freeze, shut down, and the main strategy we're using is avoiding the sensations inside, disconnecting, that will lead to you becoming further dysregulated. And so to heal and to move towards safety and calmness, we need to approach, accept, and allow the unpleasant sensations to occur in our body as we attend to them. This is one of the essential steps you need. If you want more safety and connection and calmness, you need to approach what feels unpleasant. And I know that's really hard. I was dysregulated for decades, and my main strategy was avoidance. But the only way I was able to create more safety and connection was actually to approach all sensations within and learn to attend to them. Now, I have a free emotion practice that I'll put the link down below. This will support you in doing this. But you need to understand that you need to allow yourself to be with the unpleasant sensations and learn to create safety with them. And that emotion practice will help you do that. So ensure you check that video out. Number 2, slow somatic movement. Movement is medicine. It helps you connect with your body. It helps you regulate. It helps you release nervous system dysregulation, emotions, and also express them. And so in my approach, I use a lot of somatic movements with people because it's a really essential step in learning to create safety in your body and really slow things down. I always tell people healing happens in slowness, and using some intentional slow somatic movements can be so healing for people. So I'll explain a few really simple movements. One is the sway or rock. I always tell people they can almost give themselves a self-hug and practice just swaying side to side, nice and slow, as you have nice, slow breathing. Or some people prefer to rock, like front and back. Just find what works for you. But this is a really great one to slow things down. Bring yourself some compassion and care. Another great one I call stretch and soften. It's a Qigong move. So what you do, I'm sitting, so it's a little harder. But as you inhale, you raise your arms up, turn palms over at shoulder height. And as you exhale, you bring your arms down nice and slow. So inhale, raise your arms up, turn palms over, and exhale, bring your arms down. So these are just a few somatic movement practices. If you want a longer somatic movement and you really want to play around with this ingredient, I'll put a free link to a video, a somatic movement practice down below. You can check that video out. But slow somatic movement can be so healing. It can be one of the main ingredients in regulating your nervous system and overcoming your pain and physical symptoms. Now, I do want to note that when we have chronic pain and symptoms, movement can feel really scary. So again, you want to titrate this. Just do a little bit at a time, whatever you can tolerate. The purpose of this is to feel more regulated. It's not to make you go into a pain or symptom flare. So make sure you're being safe as you do this. Number 3, reduce pressure and expectations in your day. This is my favorite strategy when I begin to feel anxious in my day. I have a really busy life. I have a family, 2 beautiful children, my partner. I have 2 companies that I run, and I also do my best to provide a lot of YouTube videos. So I understand that pressures and expectations in our day can really build up. They can build up super quick. I totally understand that. And so one of the first things I do when I'm anxious is I take the pressure off. I slow down my movements and I slow down my speech. So even just talking slow, kind of like I am right now, almost like you're talking as if you're doing a meditation and you're speaking the words. It can be really healing, warm, rhythmic, slow voice or slow movements. It could be the somatic movement I just discussed, but it can also just be walking slower, doing a task or an activity slower. Another great thing you can do is just remove one task or activity from your day. Put it off, move it to a different day. Another great thing you can do is give yourself a free time block. So I do this in my calendar at work. I have an hour each day where it's just marked free time. There's no expectation that I work out then, or I do yoga, or, I'm doing some type of work task, jamming things in. It's free time. So when I get there, I notice how I feel, and then I decide what I want to do with that block of free time. It can be super regulating, so I highly recommend doing that as well. Number 4, give yourself compassionate self-talk about your unpleasant sensations. So I wrote down some of my favorite ones that I like to use each day. I would recommend if you're getting into fear thoughts, you're getting into self-criticism, obsessive thinking, and you notice yourself trying to run away from what feels unpleasant inside, practice attending to sensations and using some of these statements. So this could be, my nervous system is trying to protect me by producing these sensations. I can create safety by caring for myself. By approaching these sensations with compassion, I am teaching my nervous system I am safe. I don't need to control or change these sensations. There is nothing to fix or figure out. All I need to do is respond with gentleness and ease. I can respond to sensations with deep care and compassion for myself. And lastly, I know I am feeling unpleasant sensations. May I respond to myself like I would respond to a young child who is suffering. So these simple statements can be really effective when you use them consistently throughout your day. So when you notice your mind slanting towards negative thinking, practice using some of these statements. Number 5, lean in to pleasant sensations. This is such a simple strategy, but it can really be effective. Now, when we feel dysregulated with it, like I said, fight, flight, freeze, shutdown energy, anxiety, depressive symptoms, we get so laser focused on those unpleasant sensations and then try to just disconnect from them. But what we miss is often, even when we're really dysregulated, we can find a neutral or pleasant sensation within to focus on. This could be the pressure of your feet on the ground, feeling yourself supported as you lie in bed, feeling the pressure on your back. If you're outside, this could be the sun on your face, a cold breeze going through you. It could be things like just the tip of your nose and what that feels like. So it's really exploring, is there a small area where you feel pleasant or neutral sensations? And could you practice intentionally shifting to this area and sit with it? Sit with it for 3 to 5 minutes, exploring it in detail, noticing all the subtleties, because in doing this, it can really be an effective way to create safety and calmness in your system. Number 6, deep breathing. Now, there's a lot of fancy breathwork techniques out there, and I like my fancy breathwork that I use with my clients and in my digital course. We get really fancy, but sometimes we can keep this really simple. What you want to do, if you can, because I know some people have issues with their nose, but if you can, practice breathing in and out through your nose. And as you exhale, you want to make the exhale long and drawn out. In a perfect world, if you can tolerate it, the exhale should be twice as long as the inhale. This what signals safety and connection in our system is when the exhale is about twice as long as the inhale, in and out through the nose. Now, within a minute, you want to try to work your way towards breathing 5 to 7 times. I know that's hard for some people. You just don't have the breathing capacity yet. But generally, 5 to 7 breaths is what kind of calms our system down. So with breath work, you can keep it really simple. You can also do fancy techniques if you know them. But that's what I like to do with people, because when we're really dysregulated, sometimes people forget all the fancy techniques. So just remember, in and out through your nose, exhale twice as long. Now, if you do want to get a little fancier, one thing I teach is belly breathing. This version comes from Qigong, because I'm also a Qigong teacher. So what you do is, as you breathe in through your nose, first you fill your lower abdomen full of air, then your upper abdomen, and then your chest. So everything's expanded front and back. And then as you exhale, it's in reverse. First empty your chest, then your upper abdomen, then your lower abdomen. So as you breathe in, you're filling bottom up. And as you breathe out, you're emptying top down. This is how I've trained myself to breathe throughout my day, to really carry regulation with me. So practice intentionally focusing on your breathing as you go about your day, just making that exhale twice as long. Number 7, visualize a person, place, or animal that brings about a sense of ease or calmness for your system. This technique comes from somatic experiencing. It's a simple technique, but it can be really effective. So you just pick out a person, place, animal, or a specific memory from the past that brings about all those warm, fuzzy feelings inside, ease, lightness, calmness, and you just bring that memory alive in your mind. Put all your senses there: sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Bring it to life, lean into that memory. And as you do that, you're noticing what shifts, what changes in my body. It's a really simple thing that you could do for 3 to 5 minutes and really dive into it. This is a really common technique that I use a lot when I start to feel dysregulated in my day, because it's always accessible. You can just pause, close your eyes, shut your door at work, and dive into that memory. And finally, number 8, practice somatic tapping or massage. Now, the tapping and massage techniques come from Qigong that I utilize with people. And so as you're doing massage or tapping, you're breathing really deep and really slow. And this sense of touch can be very soothing to your system, very healing. So I'll explain a couple tapping techniques and a couple massage techniques. So keeping your breathing deep and slow, nice long exhale. You can practice just tapping the center of your chest, almost where that bone sticks out, your sternum. And you can tap at whatever rate you want, nice and slow. Another technique you can use is bringing both hands to your chest. So right below your collarbone, where it meets that center bone, some of us have little divots. You can practice tapping both sides. Some people prefer this one. And then for the 2 massage techniques is massaging the backs and sides of your neck at whatever pressure feels right for you. Or it could be massaging the ears. So from the top of the ears, nice and slow down to the earlobes. Again, whatever pressure feels right for you. And usually a couple times a week, I do tapping and massage like this. Sometimes for up to 15 minutes, but you can also do it for shorter periods if you need to. So I hope this video was helpful on 8 quick strategies to regulate your nervous system. Your job after this is to go experiment. Don't just assume you know what works for your nervous system. Everyone's nervous system is unique, and the reason I have 8 techniques on this list is so you can go off, play around with them, and see what creates the most safety and calmness for your system. If you found this video helpful, please ensure you share it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.